Hi there guys, this is Ben from Tech Turns UK here. This is going to be my second video I've put up. Hopefully I'll be getting better and better at each video I do, apart from that which I just stumbled over. I've just previously done a Zombie U playthrough for Halloween, like a special one, just revisiting it for Halloween. So that's just been put up, and this is going to be my second video, which is going to be talking about what I would love to see from the new Metroid game that's come out from Nintendo, hopefully. And yeah, what Nintendo needs to do to bring Metroid into the 21st century, which it needs to compete in the market, and to make Metroid a massive, relevant game. I'm going to say it, Metroid could be a bigger game than Halo franchise. It has that potential. It has that lore, it has that history, and like I'm gonna go into what could be multiplayer and stuff. And with the Wii U, it's possible now. And so let's get it started. Metroid, one of my favourite franchises. Friggin' love it. I played a few side scrollers, not that many. I've downloaded a few onto the Wii U Virtual Console and played a few in the past with my friend Sam. But what really got me into it was the Metroid games. When they brought it into the 3D environment, that was just like groundbreaking, especially for that time. I loved the sort of pace between puzzle solving and shooting, and the enemies just being out of this world, and using the visors and all the different weapons and that. And I just thought it was fantastic, and how that can be implemented into the Wii U in so many different ways is just the potential there to be a AAA game which everyone actually wants. Is quite fantastic. And what I'm going to get into now is point one. Big entrance. E3. The screen's black. No one knows what it is. Nobody knows what the game is. It opens up into like first person mode, this character running. You can't see the body. It's running through this environment. You see all these you're in this alien environment in this massive open world. You know, you got you can see off into the distance the environments are lush, stunning. You see all these plasma shots coming down around you, and you jump off a sledge and you land, and then the camera zooms out of the first person, swivels around you, and it's like a sort of futuristic space trooper. And you this isn't Metroid, right? This looks nothing like Metroid. And then this futuristic tank that was chasing you swivels around the corner. You know, it cuts into this, and you see all these people, and you're taking down all these people with this sort of rifle, and you're like bow 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 bow, and it's going to be like a team deathmatch sort of thing going on here. And people are like, this isn't Metroid. Aha! But it is. It's the freaking multiplayer version of Metroid. Oh my god! Metroid with a multiplayer version, which is epic and has, vehicles in it, and has two teams going off against each other. Oh my god! Yeah, actually that is what Metroid needs. Metroid is probably the only Nintendo franchise which could be a hardcore shooter where actually multiplayer shooting teams makes Nintendo famous for, puts it on the map. And I've got a few cool gaming ideas. Obviously you'd have team deathmatch where you have both teams, you know, the traditional, you fight against each other. You have the grunt setup where you start with bulk standard rifles and stuff like that, and you build your way up and you unlock different equipment. I'm going to say the multiplayer aspect of Metroid would be very Halo Reach, Halo 4-esque, you know, with the way it handles and the rifles and the vehicles and stuff like that. But that's not a bad thing, people, because if you're a Nintendo fan and you're a gaming fan in general, you'd know sadly a lot of people who made the original Prime games for the GameCube went over to 141 or 143 for Metroid 4, and you can see that in some of the Promethean models. You know, it's down to the guns, where the guns come together, you know, they're all different shards and they come in together and make a rifle, like in Halo 4. In the Metroid games on the GameCube, especially Corruption, you'd have a gun that comes together. You can see that the developers took a lot from Metroid and put that into Halo, and Halo taking bits from Halo into multiplayer of Metroid is not a bad thing. It might sound like blasphemy, but that would be kick-ass. Obviously you'd have that as a standard mode. Another one you do is that you'd have the 2 modes again, but hey, why not use dropping Samus in the middle of the mix? Like, you know like where Crisis has like the Hunter mode where you have the 2 bog standard teams, where you have like the suit against like the grunts and stuff like that, which we've seen a lot in recent games, like with the new Batman game, where you have the 2 grunt like things fighting each other, but you have Batman and Robin dropping in. How cool would it be for a player to drop in as Samus and have a lot more perks and just piss everybody off? Because that would be immense. I reckon that would be a really cool idea, and I'm surprised not many. They just say, I want a new Metroid experience, which I do too, and a single player would be awesome. But Nintendo need to push with something, and as fans we need to make our voices clear. We don't want it to be just a single player. Because going back to the DS with Metroid Prime on Hunters on the DS, that was friggin' good. Imagine what the console can do with that. That would just be epic. It needs to be expanded upon. Really does. And I think as gamers and on YouTube and the community as a whole and anything else out there, make our voices heard. Because we're going to be waiting a long time, people, for a Metroid game. They've just finished Donkey Kong. And if I'm right, Miyamoto recently said a couple of weeks back, I think, that Retro would be very highly regarded for the next Metroid game when they get into production. So it's not even in production, and it's a big game, and that's going to take at least 2 years. So in the meantime, they can polish that off big time. So that's like one game mode I can imagine, and what I'd like to see from it. I'd like, and you've got like a stormer tower or something, and you'd have your ship coming alongside you, like giving you cover and fire while you're taking out some friggin' space pirates. You know, sort of things that make your jaw drop, and which would grab the attention of the mainstream gamer, and they think, do you know what, I can't get this anywhere else. You know, it might be like similar to Halo, but it won't be, because like Metroid was way before Halo, and I'm a Halo fan as well, but Metroid was there first, especially like, you know, when the first Halo came out and the original Metroid came out. I played both, and people compared the two, but it's really unfair to do that. I just want to get out there what I would like to see from Metroid. But they've always done a really top class thing with like weapons and add-ons, upgrades. The single, basically actually, keep the single player as it is, but just probably make it a little bit less, like you don't have to backtrack. And what's another one? Like, don't make it so sort of like get to the end story. Make it a bit more open world. Make it travel around. Make it have a massive distance. You can like be a bit more open. I felt like in the old games a bit more close to the corridors. Just make it a bit more expansive. But what I really would like them to focus on and add is multiplayer. Because it's only probably Nintendo game I can think of which give you that awesome modern shooter experience. Because we're not getting Destiny, we're not getting something like Battlefield 4. But yeah, I would like to hear what you guys think, because what do you want from the new Metroid? Like, we know we all want it, but what are we going to think and get out of it? What do we want to like experience? Because I'd love to play against you guys. Imagine playing against like those people around the world on an awesome Metroid game with like field combat, blinking special perks where you can drop in the Samus or blinking like up the top like ass like the back like slicing you up and shit. Like, you know, it'd be awesome. Can you imagine it? It'd be fucking amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it like that. I'll probably do a bit more. I'll probably do like what I want to see from the new Zelda in the future. take care. Speak to you soon. Comment down below. Subscribe if you like. And I'll see you soon. Bye.